In the late 1970s, a violent and highly organized gang movement rose from the streets of Kingston, Jamaica, and within a decade, it reached one of the world's biggest cities, London. They were called Yardies, a name that struck fear across neighborhoods. Known for their brutality, loyalty, and a unique structure shaped by Jamaica's political wars and street survival. But how did a Caribbean street gang manage to infiltrate London's underworld so fast? Today we break down the real story behind their rise and the impact they left behind. Where it all began. To understand the Yardies, you need to understand the place they came from. Jamaica in the 1970s, Kingston's neighborhoods, called Yards, were controlled by gangs tied to political parties. These groups weren't just criminals, they were soldiers in a political war between the JLP and the PNP. The streets became a battlefield. Gunmen on every corner, heavy weapons smuggling, organized violence on behalf of politicians. Young men grew up around guns, poverty, and loyalty to their yard, their neighborhood. This environment forged a new type of street soldier who understood survival better than anything. These were the early Yardies, the diaspora movement. In the 1980s, thousands of Jamaicans moved to London, Birmingham, and other UK cities, looking for work and stability. Among them were young men who grew up in Kingston's toughest areas. Many brought their street culture with them, including disputes, alliances, and violence from back home. As Jamaican communities grew in the UK, so did the influence of their street leaders. These men became the foundation of what later became the Yardie network, a gang structure that carried the same loyalty and rules as in Kingston. But this time, the game was different. Britain had a rising drug market, and the Yardies were about to dominate it, the money game. In the late 1980s and early 90s, the UK was hit with a new wave, crack cocaine, and the Yardies were among the first to seize the opportunity. They were aggressive, organized, and operated with a level of fearlessness that shocked local criminals. Their strategy was simple: move fast, control neighborhoods, eliminate competition, keep loyalty tight. Within a few years, Yardies established strongholds in Brixton, Hackney, Tottenham, Birmingham, Manchester. Their reputation grew quickly, not just for business, but for violence. From Kingston's yards to London's estates, the Yardies reshaped street power with speed, fear, and ruthless organization. Law enforcement adapted, communities suffered, legends grew. But understanding how they rose and why tells us as much about politics and poverty as it does about crime. Internal conflicts, but the Yardies' biggest enemy was often each other. Since many came from different Kingston neighborhoods, old rivalries continued in London. Posse wars, fights between gangs from different yards, erupted across the UK. This slowed their rise, but also made them even more infamous. The police labelled their conflicts as heavily armed, unpredictable, difficult to control, and the press turned Yardie into a household word synonymous with danger. The police cracked down. By the late 90s, Yardies were a major priority for Scotland Yard, National Crime Agency, UK's serious crime squad. The government implemented stricter firearm laws, mass deportations, intelligence operations, undercover infiltration. These efforts weakened the traditional Yardie structure, but they never eliminated the culture entirely. Instead, the gang splintered into smaller criminal groups, often with the same Jamaican street codes. Where they are today. Today, the Yardie identity is less organized than in the 90s, but its influence remains. You can still find traces of the culture in modern UK drug networks, Caribbean street crews, London and Birmingham underworlds. The old leaders may be gone or deported, but their impact shaped the UK's criminal landscape for decades. The Yardies spread from Jamaica to London because they carried something powerful, a survival mindset forged in Kingston's most dangerous streets. They were fearless, loyal, and ruthless, when a combination that allowed them to rise fast and leave a mark that the UK's underworld will never forget. If you want more breakdowns like this, Subscribe to Crime Pulse HQ, new episodes every week.